Now, I'm wondering what I'm going to say after Giles, because he left me without any kind of, I have to invent something. No, I'm joking. So I will not pledge for the fact that investing in renewables is the way to make energy cheap. And by making energy cheap, you can address the problem of competitiveness of Europe. Okay, this is, for me, a known fact. There is no point in discussing anymore that renewables are increasing the cost of energy. Renewables are the way to drop prices down. That's a fact. Established scientifically, business. Thank you. So, I think that what is somehow missing in the discussion, or something that I would like to address, is that the energy transition is something that puts a new factor in the scheme. While energy policies were mostly state-driven until 10 years ago, 15 years ago, the biggest upside of the energy transition is that it puts the customer with a relevant role, and it gives also a, let's say, bottom-up approach in the energy sector. What do I mean with this? Well, in Romania, we have a practical example. Nobody expected that we are going to have 200,000 prosumers in 2.5 years, like producing like a nuclear reactor. Yeah, which is something that is absolutely amazing. It means that consumer customers are grabbing the opportunity, and the opportunity is to be more efficient, because at the end of the day, this is what the energy transition entails. How can we be more efficient? Okay. The problem is that such big number of prosumers in such short time created a lot of criticalities in the system, in the networks, to us as utility, but also to our friend Cosmina Nuclear Electrica. And this is a fundamental thing that we should understand. So energy is more, and it will become more and more something that is about policies than investments. Because investment will be done by the private sector, by big companies, by investment funds, by utilities, by consumers that will seek efficiency. So there is no point anymore to, let's say, have hard talks or hard policy on investments, because investments will be done in generation. The problem is, what are we going to do with the network that needs to accommodate all this novelty, all these small prosumers? What are we going to do in order to provide a stable network to our customers? Household, industrial customers, and again, with the goal of making the use of energy as efficient as possible, because electricity is the most efficient way in which you can use energy. So, because in the last period there was a comparison that I think it's very nice, okay, and it's about highways. So comparing, at the end of the day, the electricity network, which is an infrastructure, with the highways, okay? There is, at least in Romania, there is nobody that is claiming that it's wrong to invest in highways. We spend too much on highways. There is no need to make highways. There was a president many, many years ago that said that Romania doesn't need highways, and he is mocked with this statement. So, but if we speak about energy infrastructure, well, we have all this discussion about what should be the costs, who should do it, how we should do it. And again, customers are investing more and more and more. And if we don't take a stand, and we don't have the support of, let's say, authorities to design policies to make networks adapted, it will be very, very difficult. So like it's like everybody is entitled to have a car, but in order to drive a car, you need a driving license. You cannot go at 200 kilometers per hour in the streets of, or you cannot park on the sidewalks. So there are rules, okay? And this is something that needs to be understood. We need rules, we need policies more than ever. We need policies in Romania, but mostly we need policies from Brussels. Those policies has to be taken and adapted. Okay, every country has a difference, of course, by each European country. And this is something that we need to stress more and more. I don't believe in energy independency for countries. I don't believe in energy sovereignty, because at the end of the day, if we have a European energy market, common European energy market, the customer doesn't care if the electron is produced in Denmark, in Romania, in Brazil, in Portugal, or in any other country. For him, it's important that this electron is cheap. And the way to make it cheap is have policies to develop more networks, to digitalize them, to have a common European electricity market as soon as possible, and the shape of the customer, the benefit for the whole community will be massive. Thank you.